Hello and welcome to the Grow Landscapers 10-minute business tips series, a show that gives you bite-sized nuggets of wisdom in just 10 minutes. I'm Nick Ruddle and today's guest is Jake Catling from the Landscaping Consultants. How you doing, Jake?
Great, Nick. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, pleasure. Second time for us. This one's a nice, easy one, nice and short and sweet. 10 minutes. I'm going to put the timer on. So when you're ready, let's get straight into it. You've got 10 minutes. What are your top 3 tips?
My top 3 tips. That's a tough one. Obviously, there's lots of things, but I think, you know, being bold and taking action all while managing risk is a key thing. If you want to grow and you want to expand, you need to take action and be bold with what you do, but you need to manage that risk also. And I think it's a key balance between managing risk and taking action. And I think that really sets people apart. That's where you get people that grow faster than others. I think it's about how they balance that.
Yeah, being courageous, not allowing your fear to get in the way, I suppose.
Yeah,
Calculated decisions.
fear's good because it keeps you making the right decisions, but it shouldn't paralyze you. It should
Yeah,
inform you. That's it.
excellent. Very good. Great one to kick off with. An unusual one, not necessarily the one that you would think would be the most obvious, but absolutely gold, really. Anyone who's starting a business needs to have that courage, and it takes courage to build or to start a business in the first place. So you've got to continue on that path. So okay, number one. So what's your number two?
And number two is something that I've been learning over the last few years. Actually, I think this one's quite key. Is don't be a silo of information. Um, you know, empower your team and your staff by sharing as much information as possible. I think we get, as business owners or people that are working high up, you think that you've got to do everything and you keep all of the things in your mind, and it makes you really busy and it makes you feel like you're getting things done, but actually you're not being that efficient. So find a way to get that information out. I'm a big one. I don't, in my company, I try to get no one to write any paper lists. Everything goes online and everyone's got visibility for it. We run our whole business on like one task board. So it's like, don't create silos of information. Don't be one yourself. Empower your team by giving them all the information you possibly can. And that way you can be replaced, which is really what you need to do in business. You need to be able to replace yourself, free yourself. And you go into that position, replace yourself, free yourself until you get the freedom that we all want.
Yeah, brilliant. So no superhero-itis. Don't want any superhero-itis. We want to make sure that we got
Don't be a martyr about it.
the
People act like martyrs in businesses sometimes. Oh, I'm so busy, I've got to do this, no one can help me.
yeah.
Oh, but if you act like a martyr, then you will be one, basically.
Well, you're destined to do it yourself forever, aren't you? So you need to, get everyone 100% involvement. Okay, 2 down, 1 to go.
And my one, I say this all the time: be honest, be nice.
Right.
I've said that all the way through, all the time. Be honest, be nice, care about people. Take the time to talk, take the time to care, take the time to listen. You know, and put that above everything else, because business will continue. Business goes on. There's always something, but people's lives are precious. And if you care about people and you're honest to people, people will want to do business with you, and you'll do good business.
Yeah.
So, be honest, be kind.
What a great life mantra, not just in business. There's too many people that, maybe not quite honest and not very nice, and you want to avoid them like the plague. Same in business, isn't it? You want honest people in the business. You want honest clients. You want honest suppliers. Nice people to deal with. I think what is it? Know, like, and trust is the key kind of thing. You got to know people. You got to like them. You got to trust them. But life's just nicer if you're dealing with nice people. Honesty is what you want. 100% transparency gets you everywhere.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think this whole thing of like you need to hustle hard and be tough to get ahead in business. I don't think you. I think if you work hard and you're honest and you say you take bold actions while managing your risk and you care and you bring people along on the journey, you will have a longer, more fulfilling journey rather than then quick gains just to get ahead. In that first instance.
Yeah, it's very old-fashioned way, isn't it? Trying to working hard. I hate that word hustle because I think it's a bit silly. It's working really, really, really hard and not necessarily working really, really smart. So yeah, hard work helps, but work smart and hard, and that will win. Okay, very good, very good. So everyone, including everyone on the bus, make sure you're bold and be honest, be nice. So obviously you're honest and you're nice. How do you this then leads on to my question, which is, in your opinion, how can we attract more people to the landscape industry? Obviously, being nice is a nice, an attractive kind of company to want to work for or be part of. But in your opinion, what do you think needs to happen?
I honestly believe that it's about better storytelling. We can talk about more pay, all this stuff, and that stuff's all true. But the truth is, we're in this industry because we love it. We love working in it, and we think other people would love working in it. And I believe they would and will. We need to showcase it better. If
Mm.
we can all, as individuals and collective, story tell this industry out to the wider public and the world, so they understand what we do, the cool things that we do, and the positive impact we have on the environment, people will come. People will want to join. I really believe that. So I think more storytelling, better storytelling will attract people into the business and along with it into the industry. And the key thing is create the entry points. It's all well and good going, I'm over here, come and join. This is a great place to be. Great, but where's the door? You know what I
Mm.
mean? It's no point
Mm.
having a massive offering if you've got no access point to get to it. So I think as businesses, as individuals and as businesses and associations, we should be going, here's the storytelling, here's what's going on, this is why it's amazing. But how you join us is by doing this. Come and start in this job position, start in this job position, you know, go on this course, learn this. Give those easy entry points.
So how do you? So it's all very well, really important to showcase, to tell the story. How do you get that message out? How do you, in reality, spread that word? Do you think?
Individually, we can be doing that by, you know, on our social channels, putting up that content that we all do. And maybe we should all be a little bit bolder to show some of the behind the scenes stuff, the working. And there is people doing that, and I should definitely do more of it. But let's show the nuts and bolts of it more. And our associations should become powerhouses of marketing and should literally be able to get that message out or take the content from their members and showcase it and get it out there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know Bali have tried to do a lot, haven't they, with the Go Landscapes initiative, which all
Yeah,
helps. Lots. I think it's a real sort of collective effort, though, isn't it? It's not just certain individuals. Everyone's got to be on the same kind of mission, really. It baffles me personally how it's not as desirable. But I just think it's a lack of awareness, isn't it, for people?
touched
Careers.
on it. That joint purpose, like everyone's wanting to do their own thing rather than just coming together, work collaboratively. And Nick, from the dealings that when we talk to each other, work together, be collaborative. We're not here to harm each other. And if we can all do it collectively and get on board with Go Landscape and stuff like that, it will help. It will help 100%.
So it's that's in summary then I suppose it's a whole team effort. So what you said earlier about don't be a silo, involve everyone, communicate with everyone in the business, but also outside of the business, communicate with other people, collaborate with other people, spread the word, get the masses saying the same, banging the same drum, same message.
And take action. And actions, it's easier to take when it's coming from a place of integrity and that honesty and that transparency. It's easier to take action and for people to go, oh, and they accept it because they can see what it's about. It's when you've got an ulterior motive and you're trying to do things a little bit, untowards, that's when that action doesn't get you where you need to go. So take action, but do it with the right intentions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to finish up on, because without action, nothing happens in life, in business, in life. It's all very well putting the plans in place, deluding yourself you're being productive, but it's only when you really take proper, meaningful action do you get meaningful results. So I've got one other question for you then. How do you as a business owner keep developing and growing as a person and as a business?
That's a great question. I think the key thing is wanting to in the first place and really wanting to be, better than you were the day before. I do that through conversations, talking to people like you, Nick, business coaches, performance coaches, and looking at my own research and reading books and just taking the time to think and always try to improve. But conversation and learning from others is really fundamental. Sharing that knowledge, and we're a great industry for that. Everyone is willing to share. That's how I, develop and improve.
Brilliant. If it works for you, sure it'll work for others. So, Jake, once again, absolute pleasure. Thanks very much for your time. I'll let you get on with your day. Thanks
Thanks for having me. Speak to you soon.
Pleasure, mate. Take care.